This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today in Tactical with Tanks we're gonna take a look at crew skills, equipment, and everything around the tank. Once again, joined by Lola.
Yep, hello everybody.
And we'll start off by looking at our super Pershings, because we came to a shocking conclusion that crew skills do a lot for your tank. So let's take a look.
I think I started too late, not that it matters.
I seem to be winning slightly. Let's see how far I can get before you're even back to the point where we were. See if I can get any further. Oh man. And there.
That's really bad.
Yeah. I'm, what, about a third faster than you were? Okay, so...
And that's just with turning, damn it.
I do have clutch braking trained at about 40%.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Well, let's just go from here, I guess.
Okay. Where to?
Straight to that way.
Hold on. I have to turn really slow.
Beep, beep.
Meet you there.
Hey!
Hey, how come you're... Not like you're not gonna catch me. Oh,
what?
That was weird. Oh, if I zoom out enough, it looks like my tank is, like, not as shiny as yours.
So, this has nothing to do with clutch braking, since we're just going in a straight line here. As you can tell, I started off behind her, and I've almost caught up to her. And I'm about to overtake her.
You're gonna go down a hill. Cheater.
So are you.
Yeah, right about now, and my hill's slow. My hill's not as big as yours.
Oh, you'll catch up to me again, see?
Nope, there's another hill. Yeah, see, I'm right behind you, and you're pulling away 21 meters. Okay. Oh, no.
20,
no,
you're catching up. Yeah, but this is steeper than last bit.
Yeah. Once we get to a flat surface.
See ya.
Oh, wait for me. Yeah, you're still pulling away. You're still pulling away. Still massively pulling away.
Oh, yeah, no, you're
90, 91,
not really catching up.
90. Oh, now I'm catching up.
I got a
Did
3.
You stop?
No.
Oh.
I hit a 3.
79, 78, 75, 70. Nope. That was... Yeah, you're pulling away. Damn it.
So this is just the difference in crew skill in the percent of my crew. I mean, I have nothing that will actually make my tank go faster. I don't have a premium or a consumable, excuse me, that does that. They are there though, but I don't have them. I'm going up a slope and you're only barely catching up. It's quite a slope actually. So at first it's pretty equal, but then just look how this tank is pulling away. And now here it accelerates even that I'm pulling away from you. 14 meters, 15, 16, 17. And this is the exact same tank. I mean, the Super Pershing is premium. There's nothing to, do about it, upgrade it. This is just pure crew difference.
Wasn't this the first map where you actually did notice a difference?
I think
you started like way on the other side of the cap circle, and I was like closer to this side, and you were already catching me up. And
so yeah, that is the difference that crew skill makes. My driver, where's my driver? There's my driver. My driver is at 121%. What's yours at? Hover over him.
Yeah, he is... Oh, 73.
Okay, yeah. So that's the difference between 73% and 121. You actually accelerate faster, and technically the top speed of the tanks are exactly the same, but I can just reach it a lot faster. Like, you're taking 20 seconds to get to your top speed, while I only take 10, and then I have the extra 10 seconds that I'm already at top speed to get away from you. So once we're driving for like 30 seconds, we'll be equal, but anytime we go up a hill and stuff and you slow down, I accelerate faster afterwards. So it makes a massive difference to have your crew trained up. And even I didn't imagine it was this bad. So, crew skills. Let's just take a look at crew skills in general, I guess. Skills. So you want to get your crew to 100%. So once you get a new tank, at the lower tiers, don't bother with the crew. Just get 50%. It's fine, unless you really want to do well. But in any case, if you're getting new crew or whatever, or retraining them, I would say spend the 20 credits per crew member. Like here, underneath training. Well, this I can't do, but you would select this one, Regiment School. Currently it's on sale for 10k a crew member, so definitely get it right now, if you want it. But click current vehicle if you're retraining them from a different one, or otherwise just click the Regiment School and then click train. Normally this will be 75% if they don't have any percentage already. So, skills. What is important for what tank? Well, let's start off with a TD. Camouflage. Camouflage, camouflage, camouflage. On all your crew members. The more crew members have this, the more effective it will be. So get it on all of them. That's probably the first thing you want. Once your commander reaches 100% on camouflage, and then some more, probably at 100%, and then don't pick a second skill, but wait, keep doing games, and then keep checking here, drop, and if you select this one, if you don't want to spend gold of course, keep checking until this says 100%, because the experience will get, you only get 90% of the experience back. So you want to be over that 100% with the second skill, but don't put it in the skill. Retrain it when it is 100% and get 6 cents. This will, after 3 seconds, will let you know that you've been detected. A light bulb will go blink, and you know that somebody has spotted you. But it takes 3 seconds before it pops up. But yeah, nice to have. But in this case, I went with Brothers in Arms, which you have to get on every single crew member, and it will have to be at 100%. Otherwise it won't work, so you need to have it on all of them. And what it does is, the description is a bit vague. It will say that it will work, it's more effective, blah blah blah. So what it does is, if you hover over it here, you'll see that my crew member, my commander here, is at 100% plus 5 plus 5. 5% of that is from my ventilation, and 5% is from my Brothers in Arms. So that 5% will go to your commander, so that means he will see a little bit further. That will go to your, what do we have here, loader? No, sorry, gunner. So he will aim a little bit faster. It will go to your driver, so you'll turn and accelerate a little bit faster. It will go to your radio man, so your signal range is a little bit greater. Woohoo. It will go to your loader, which means you load faster. Especially on a premium tank where you don't have any upgrades to do module-wise. Yeah, you want to get Brothers in Arms. I get it on any tank I can, because it's just nice. So that's what Brothers in Arms does. You have to have it on all your crew. Now I guess we'll just go through all the skills and tell you what tank it's handy for. Repairs? Heavies.
For sure.
Absolutely heavies. And probably the second skill on TDs. Once you reach the second skill, probably want to get repairs, because a TD, fixed hull TD.
Oh yeah,
mostly.
Sure.
If you're tracked on those, you're screwed. And yes, you have a repair kit, but you don't really want to use a repair kit. A, it costs money, so it cuts into your profit. And B, you just want to get out of there without having to use a repair kit. You want to keep that for when your gun gets taken out, or ammo rack, or...
Engine.
So, yeah, exactly. So if you can get repairs, get it. I would say, if we can take a look here, my full crew is almost at 100% camo on my TD. And it will just make sure that you get discovered a lot less. They'll have to get closer to you in order for them to see you. Which works off your native ability of not being detected. So a tank like a KV-4, let me click this away, as you can see is massive, will get detected a hell of a lot sooner than something like this, which is only a quarter of the size. So, as you can see, I have Brothers in Arms in this one as well. No camo yet. I know I should, but I wanted my other abilities first. Camo will be my third skill. Well, I got camo on one crew member. But anyways,
Oy.
get back to the cruise skill. So that's your camouflage. Firefighting, there's fire extinguishers. And maybe on German tanks, since they are made out of matches and love to catch fire. I swear, I love putting German tanks on fire. Just shoot them in the front and they burn. Like barbecue! Yay! I know. So, maybe on a German tank you want to get firefighting, but other than that, if you have nothing else that's interesting, I would get it, but yeah. On the commander, let's see, you have mentor, yeah, kind of a waste of time. I've tried it out on some tanks and it's just a waste of time. I didn't see any difference. Recon, yeah, always nice, more view range. That's more of one of those skills that if you have nothing else to train. For a commander, I would say Brothers in Arms, Sixth Sense, Repair, and Camouflage, depending on which tank. And then look into Recon or Jack of all trades, which makes it so your commander can replace any knocked out crew member. And the higher the skill is, the more effective it is. So you wouldn't notice your driver being taken out as much, so you might not have to fix your driver with a med kit, first aid kit. And you can, maybe use it on your gunner instead. So that could save your ass. Eagle Eye, yeah, it can be nice, but again, it's one of those skills you might want to think about getting later on. It's not that interesting. On this tank, my radio operator is the same as my commander. Radio operator, I would say, on any tank, just get repairs or camouflage. The only thing they have that's even remotely interesting is situational awareness, which extends your view range. Call for Vengeance, I would say, is absolutely worthless. It keeps them spotted for a whopping 3 seconds after you die, if he survives. That's it. It's so worthless. And it's a perk, you have to have it all the way up to 100%. That's the same, by the way, with Sixth Sense. You have to get it all the way to 100% before it works. Signal boost, yeah, who gives a crap? I don't run into any signal issues, so nah. Relaying, again, nah. If you were to get extra experience from it or something, if you relay signals of people being detected, and then you get some experience for that, but you don't, so I would say it's pretty worthless. So, yeah, on a radio operator, get the common skills. They are way more important than your own skills. What do we have on this one? This is my gunner. Gunner, I feel that snapshot is really important on a gunner, depending on what tank you drive. On a fixed hull TD, although it will work on a fixed hull TD, don't get me wrong. It will decrease your dispersal when you move your gun back and forth, but it's not as effective. Do you use it on any of your fixed hull TDs?
No.
It's really not as effective, and you're way better off just training camouflage or repairs instead. Designated target, maybe for a scout, if you want to keep things lit up a little bit longer. Yeah. Makes it for two more seconds longer visible before it goes dark again. Meh. Armored, yeah, if you have nothing else to train, and the same with Deadeye. Armored improves the accuracy of a damaged gun, which is nice, which means you might not have to repair it. This is probably more something for a heavy tank, since you're usually up close and personal with them. A TD, you're sniping, and a damaged gun is just, it's gonna kill you. You won't be able to hit shit from range. So armored, probably you only want to get this on tanks that brawl, that fight up close and personal. And it would be nice if you don't have to waste a repair kit on your gun, but you can use it on your tracks or whatever. So that probably for brawlers, for anything up close and personal. Deadeye might be interesting if you fire AP, APCR, or heat shells. So it won't work with high explosive, but it increases your chance to cause critical damage, which is also, always good. So again, if you have nothing better to train, that won't be too bad. almost any tank, you probably want to go snapshot, or repair, or camouflage. So there's common skills you're going to use on a lot of your tanks. What do we have here? A driver. I think the driver gets the best skill thingies out of all of them, but it's all on one frickin' person. So you have your common skills, but on a driver you probably don't want to bother with them because there's so many good skills. Off-road driving, which would not be bad for a super Pershing. So somebody can catch up to me.
Shut up. I have to work on clutch braking first.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a sec. Off-road driving is reduce your ground resistance when driving on soft and moderately soft terrain. So anything other than an actual paved road, you will go faster and have, well, not go faster, your top speed is still the same, but your acceleration will be better. And when you turn, you'll lose less speed. So off-road driving is pretty good for scouts if you want to go fast at all costs. So that's why I have it on my Type 62. And better acceleration, which for scouts is very important. But this will work on any tank. Controlled impact, well, that is actually one that's only interesting for heavy tanks. You don't want to be ramming with something that weighs 21 tons. No, bad idea. Yeah, if we take a look at the Super Pershing,
That's how much it
50
weighs?
tons. Yeah, that's my Type
Oh,
62.
good lord.
Well, here, take a look at this one. 98.22 tons, my KV4. Almost 100 tons. So on that tank,
Good
if you
lord.
get this, I have seen videos of people doing 1,000 ramming damage. On a, pick up enough speed on a downhill slope. They probably had controlled impact maxed. So this only works for heavy tanks that you actually ram with. The high tier German medium and heavies, for instance, work well with this. The KVs, if you want to ram with them, especially the KV4 and the KV5. So, but other than that, it's not a useful skill. Smooth rides, improve accuracy while firing on the move. Anything that fires on the move, even remotely, it's handy. So think about your scouts. Type 62, definitely. That's going to be the next skill I'm going to get. So that's definitely pretty handy. But like I said, it depends on the tank. Probably for mediums and scouts mostly. Maybe some heavies. Maybe the French heavies when you get to the autoloaders. Then you might actually want to get that. That's maybe, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Preventive maintenance. Engine fire. Germans.
So subtle.
I know, right? German tanks. Get this on your frickin' German tanks. Okay, I'll give a very, very brief explanation why you get a German tank. I already have one German. I guess I do. Close this out. Very brief explanation. German tanks have their gearbox, so not the engine, but the gearbox in the front, so right in this area. This is where your engine is. Why does this cause fire? Well, because Wargaming thought it was a good idea to have your gearbox cause a engine fire. Don't ask me why. So when
Makes
Germans
so
get
much sense.
I know, right? Hey, I love barbecuing German tanks. Oh right, you play German tanks, huh?
mean,
So
just the TDs.
when you hit Germans in the front here, the front glacis, this area, you have a good chance of lighting them on fire. So that's why on a German tank you want to get that. Get back to the skills. Oh, now I know why this tank maneuvers so well. I have clutch braking at 90%. That's why it turns so damn well. This tank turns on a dime. It's ridiculous. It has a 36 traverse speed, but holy shit does that tank turn. So yeah, clutch braking works. So good. What else am I missing? Well, actually that's the last one we need to talk about, clutch braking on the driver. It makes your tank turn faster. So when you're standing still or driving, it will turn faster. Useful for light tanks that don't turn very well.
Heavies.
Yeah, like my Type 62 already turned pretty damn well, 54 degrees. So that one doesn't need it. It will benefit from it, but it doesn't need it. But I have to say that this, I have to add, stupid German tank, I hate this thing, turns basically with its 36 degrees just as well as my Type 62 at 56 degrees. That's how much of a difference this skill can make. And again, yes, on your heavies and the slow mediums, Super Persian, clutch braking can make a massive difference.
As you guys already saw.
Yeah, that was a really good example, but I also have the crew members at a higher percent, so that ties into it as well. Let me check something. The skill, no, here. More effective when combined with additional grousers. Land-leased oil. No idea what that is. Quality oil, remove speed governor, 100% octane gasoline, 105 gasoline. Yeah. So it works with the consumables, make it more effective. I think we already covered everything on the radio operator. Yes, they're useless. And then we have a loader, which I think I also already covered. No, I didn't. Okay. Loader. I went on this one, of course, with Brothers in Arms. Repairs, because the loaders are not very interesting, depending on the tank. Intuition. You switch between your shells when you go from, let's say, an AP shell to an HE shell. So in game you hit 3 to reload an HE shell, and intuition might cause it, and I think it's a 10% chance when you have it at 100%, that it will instantly switch to high explosive. So if you do a lot of switching between your shells in the game, you're constantly switching between them, then intuition is a very good skill to get, and it can save you a lot of loading time. Adrenaline rush, if you're below 10% health, you will load faster. I guess it could be useful if you spend a lot of time at low health. On most tanks, you kind of probably want to try not to be at low health. So, again, situational. If you have a tank that's below 10% a lot and surviving, or you could have survived if you would have loaded a little bit faster. Maybe for light tanks? If you're getting hit while circling someone, maybe? Not sure, I don't get it on any of my tanks. It's one of those skills I'll get later on as a 4th or 5th skill. Now we get to one of the most important skill for some tanks. Safe storage. If you play, let's say, let me just grab some example here. This British piece of shit that is consistent out of just one big ammo rack on the outside of the tank. This tank gets ammo racked almost every single game.
You're talking about your Centurion?
See,
Yeah.
I don't even have to tell her what tank I'm talking about. That's how bad it is. It really, really is bad. So, yeah, safe storage decreases the chance, but let me pull it up real quick here. As you can see, I'm training it. It increases the durability of your ammo rack, and they do not come in contact with each other, blah blah, okay. So what this means that if you get hit in the ammo rack, you have a less % chance to actually get hit in the ammo rack and have an ammo rack, which means your loading is massively slower, or you blow up. So you decrease the chance of blowing up or having incredibly slow loading time. So this is very, very important on certain tanks, and the British are a prime example of where you need to get this skill. Do you remember any other tanks that had that issue? I'm trying to remember.
Not off the top of my head.
I think there was another one. Was it the French? No. It's definitely the British. And you won't notice it until you get to the Centurion. And then Centurion and up has that issue. And the same with the... why does it start on the heavy line? The Black Prince? I don't think so, right?
No.
Have Emmerich. So it's the Carnarvon and up. Carnarvon Conqueror and FE. So,
I don't even really notice much of a problem on my carnivore.
mhm. Yes, that is our name for that tank. I don't know any other tanks. The Super Pershing seems to have a sort of ammo rack issue. Not like you're getting ammo racked every game, but about like 1 in every 10 games, I would say. So it's not a massive issue, but I do see it more often than other tanks. But that probably has something to do with you being a semi-heavy tank and being on the front line. So, you know, you get shot at a lot more, so you also have a lot more chance to get ammo racked. So I guess that's the problem with the Super Pershing. So I don't know if it's a tank itself, but it's definitely a skill you want to get on any tank, but not as a first. If you're going with full Brothers in Arms, then of course you're gonna get that first. Repairs or camo, depending on what tank you're driving, and then probably, if camo isn't interesting for your tank, like this one is a pretty damn big tank, I might get it eventually, but right now it's not that interesting. I might get safe storage, just so you decrease the chance of getting hit in the ammo rack and you have to spend a repair kit on it. Because you want to keep those repair kits for when you get tracked in crucial situations. So, to summarize all this massive information, repair on mostly slower tanks that really can't get tracked. If they get tracked, they get shot to crap. So that's mostly on your slower tanks or your TDs. Mediums, it's nice to get, don't get me wrong, but is not as interesting. Camouflage on tanks that already have a high camouflage rating of theirs, from themselves. If you have a big tank, they won't have a camouflage rating. So my Centurion doesn't have any friggin' camouflage rating. And the only reason I'm training it on my commander is because I'm waiting to get 6 cents on him. So I might as well get something that's useful for me, and I figured, camouflage. That's actually for my previous tank, the Comet, which had a better camouflage rating than this thing, so that's why I have that. Firefighting, Germans maybe, but I would say that skill is not as interesting because you can just get a fire extinguisher. And I would recommend getting fire extinguisher, small repair kits, and a first aid kit. From like tier 5 and up, you can actually pay for them once in a while. I would say get them because they improve your performance by quite a bit. If you don't die to a fire, that means you're still in the game and you can shoot at things. If you're tracked in a crucial point, on a hill where you don't have the gun depression to shoot, or RD is zooming in or whatever, and you can get out of it and stay alive, that saves your life. A first aid kit, bringing back your gunner, or on some tanks your driver, can make all the difference. Thank you all for watching.
Yep, see you guys next time.
See you on the next one.